Welcome back to Comic Dose. Today I'm going to do a review on a grading company and especially on my previous experiments. I want to see if the grading company did actually pick up on the flaws that I added to the book. So just a quick reminder, I submitted 3 books. One book that is totally normal with nothing special, I just needed to get it graded. Another book with a mark on an inner page, which is a pen mark, and a third book where the centerfold is actually not from that book. So it's a centerfold taken from another book, similar book from the same series, which I added inside that book. So today we're going to see how they grade. Did they pick up on these flaws, and did it affect the grades? Let's get to it. So the grading company in question today is PGX, and we're gonna get started with the first book, which is the normal book. It's the book that I didn't tamper, there was nothing on it. Just wanted to see, how it grades, the quality of the slab, is there any flaws that I could detect, do they overgrade, do they undergrade? Things like this. So I got a 9.4 on this Marvel Premiere 47, which I was not really expecting. I'm not a professional grader myself. I would have probably graded it at a 9.2 or 9.0. I was a bit surprised by the 9.4, but it is definitely in the near mid range, so no big surprise here, but still quite satisfied that I got a 9.4. It is a pens edition, and yeah, I couldn't find any problem with the slab. Everything was shipped really good from the US to the UK, so yeah, that on that particular point PGX did a great job. They have a little, I don't know how, I don't think it's glue, but it's, I guess it's to seal the two parts of the slab or something. It adds a bit of, it's not very clean here, but other than that, the slab is good, nothing moves inside, I'd be happy, and I'll probably submit more books to PGX. Turnaround time was really fast, was about, from the time they received it to the US was about 3 weeks, and another week to receive them back here to the UK. So if I just need a book to be protected, graded in a slab, that's that would be a good choice. Let's move on to the actual results of the experiment. So if you want to know about the experiment I conducted, please watch the previous video. And it's also a reminder that if you like my content, please like and subscribe my channel. So just a quick reminder, there was 2 things in this experiment. One was adding a mark inside a page of a book, and the second one was changing the centerfold of a book. So I don't know if you remember, if you watched the previous video, but I added the mark inside of Moon Knight #1. It's a variant edition. So I'm just gonna add the picture of the mark I added and did they pick up on it. So the result of this was, at my surprise, and this is probably the biggest surprise between the 2 books, 9.8. So in theory I should be happy to have a 9.8, and that's what most collectors would do. They'd be, they'll cry, and they may not cry, but they will jump and say, yeah, I got a 9.8. But in this case I am very surprised. I don't understand Well, first the book itself, let's say without even the mark inside the book itself, I just don't see it being a 9.8. Like the corners are just not sharp on the spine corners. And then obviously the mark, like how would you grade a book with a kid drawing on a page inside the book? Definitely not near mint. It's been tampered with. There is additional things on the page. It cannot be near mint. It's just not possible for it to be near mint. So tell me what you think. Does a mark inside a book deserve a 9.8? Is it possible? In my opinion, it does not. And that, for me, is a proof that they don't actually check the inner pages, or at least not with attention. They probably count the pages, but they don't check the pages one by one. This kind of thing, this kind of flaw on the book can honestly be detected if you spend at least, let's say, 5 seconds on each page. Do they spend 5 seconds on each page? Probably not, and that's why I got a 9.8. And that's very disturbing to me. Yeah, I really thought they would pick it up, especially it's on a white area. So yeah, that's a bad job. That's a bad grading job from PGX, I have to say. And now the next result, the book with a replaced centerfold, so like a centerfold from another book. That's not the actual book, a totally different book, same series, different book. Is it actually going to be graded? Is it going to be graded as a 0.5 or 1.5 or 2.0, or will it be graded as if the centerfold is actually belonging to the book? Give you 2 seconds to try to guess, but at my surprise, once again, I got a grade that's way above anything I could think of. .5. .5 for a book. Sorry, I'm laughing, but for a book that does not even have the correct centerfold, like, I don't know. For me, it's just like, I'm just like questioning, does grading companies actually care about their customers, their collectors? I think there's a lot of, customer obsession in those companies. It's not the first, and it's not going to be the last company that make a mistake. Anyone can do a mistake, but this big, it just shows how the process is rigged. It doesn't mean anything anymore. The grade doesn't mean anything, or at least the grade from these grading companies are being more and more meaningless the more they make those mistakes. And I'm not the first one with grading mistakes, and you've seen those videos where from one company to another, there's like, from woman, it goes from an 8.0 to a 9.6. So I'm just speechless. For me, it's a bit sad. I think collectors deserve better grading companies that actually take the time and the care in the job they do. So like, actually look at the pages. And I don't know, like a 6.5. Like, obviously they didn't pick up on the actual page not being correct, which is mind-blowing to me. Yeah. So that's the results of the experiment. PGX failed to detect those issues 100%, and yeah, it's very sad. I would recommend PGX for a quick grading if you want your book SLAD in a nice case. That's fine for me. Like, that's a service I would use. For the grading itself, as I said, I don't think it's trustworthy. So yeah, that is my review of PGX grading services, and yeah, very disappointed. I feel the more I do those videos, the more I realize how, as a customer, I've been fooled by all these grading companies, and it's not going to be the last one. As you may know if you watched the previous video, I've submitted the same experiment to another grading company, so the results will be published in the same format next week, and you'll see there will be good surprises once again. So thank you for watching. If you want to chime in the discussion and add your opinion about what should the grading process be, or how should you detect those flaws, please drop a comment. Don't forget to like the video, share it if you want, and thank you. See you next week.